So I'm just about to start a new layout, and I started scrapbooking without the camera on because I just kind of got into I started doing it when my friends left. So this is what I do with my kits now, and this is new. And I sort of, sorry, Tim Hortons. I sort of copied, somebody online does this, so somebody whose blog I follow, I can't remember which person does this, but she kind of puts everything out on her desk. Probably a lot of people do that. But so I put all of the stamps in a tray, and then I put all of the embellishments in another tray, and I just kind of arrange them so that I can see everything. Oh, that little star is covered, but I try to put it so that I can see a little bit of everything that I've got. And then I'll just put these trays over here on my table so I can refer to them. They're out of screen, but trust me, they're just over here on my table. And then I keep my paper in this Becky Higgins box that the page protectors come in. And so what I've done to prepare already for this layout is I've chosen my photos, and I'll just flip through the paper that I've got to work with here. I've got the Sorbonne add-on kit and the main April kit, which is City of Lights. So that's an assortment of the paper that I'm working with. And I really love this paper. I love the colors in it. So, and this is Kessie art, and so is this. I've already cut the strip off of it, but they're both Kessie art. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but anyway, so I'm thinking I'm going to do something like this. Don't know exactly, but this is where I'm sort of heading with this one. So I'll put you on fast forward and we'll see where we go. So here I'm just looking at some pattern papers that I want to pick out for this layout, and I really wanted to use that beautiful, beautiful patterned paper. It is by Great Paper from the Pretty Party collection. Very aptly named, I think. And I just like how it coordinates with that Kessie art paper. And now I'm just taking a neutral paper, that's some background to something, I can't remember what, and one of those yellow envelopes that I got. They were on sale in their big blowout sale that Studio Calico had. I don't think I mentioned in my main description of this at the beginning that this is a Studio Calico kit. It's the City of Lights April 2012 kit. And so most of the papers, I think all the papers from this one came from that kit. And so I just used a border punch to add a bit of detail to that green paper. And that is also from Crate Paper from the Pretty Party collection. And then I have that beautiful gray polka dotted paper, and that's from Sassafras for Studio Calico. I think it's an exclusive paper to this kit. I don't know for sure. Then I'm using my Dear Lizzie roller date stamp to pick out the date. This is from the day that we went bowling. I ended up getting 3 or 4 layouts out of the one bowling trip just because we took a lot of pictures. We actually had 5 cameras with us that day because our kids each brought theirs, and we have iPhones and other cameras as well. So yeah, now I'm just going to outline all of these papers, and I did something different with these in that I used all different markers to outline them. So some of them are blue and some of them are black. Not blue. None of them are blue. Some of them are brown and some of them are black and some of them are a combination. And I also use different widths. So I actually don't care for the brown of those precision markers, those precision pens by American Crafts. I really like the black ones, but the brown ones are a little bit too light. I'm used to the Zig Rider brown, which is quite a bit darker. I just tried them because they were on sale, and I've got a bit of a soft spot for markers, so I bought them, but I'm not sure how much use I'm going to get of them, but I've tried to put them to use for this layout. So here I'm just figuring out the placement of my papers and doing some more outlining. I think I'm gonna outline every single thing on this. Yeah, even that envelope. Those envelopes are so cute. I love them. I didn't know what I was buying. I had no idea. You couldn't really tell from the paper, but they were, or sorry, from the picture that they had, but they were cheap. So I thought even if I don't like them, they're not that bad of a, I could always pass them on to someone else. So then I never know what to do when I'm outlining a scalloped border. Sometimes I skip it and leave it, and sometimes I will draw a straight line, and then other times I'll actually outline the scallop. So that's what I did this time. And I'm just coming up with something. I'm lining everything up. Sometimes I put things all askew, but for this layout, I wanted the lines to be straight instead. It's just a different look. It looks a little bit more linear instead of casual. So yeah, so that at this point it occurs to me that these frames would look fabulous. So I really, really love what this frame did for this layout. I really think it kind of makes the layout. I think without that frame, everything would look kind of washed out and blend in with each other. So I really like the frame. I used my hot glue gun to put it down. You could probably use glossy accents or any really heavy duty glue. So now I'm going to come up with my title, and I'm trying to decide here on my thickers. It looks like I chose the Amy Tan. What are those called again? Hello Thickers. And then these are the Dolce white fabric thickers, which I love. I sometimes will change the color of them. They look really nice when you ink them or mist them and make them. They kind of get a grungy look when you ink them because they're fabric, so only the ridges take the ink and they stay white in between the ridges. So that's kind of a nice look, but for this one I just wanted it white because I just liked the look of the white. And then those Amy Tan thickers always look nice, kind of, rather than lined up, they look nice all kind of askew. So that's what I did with those. And then I loved that love. I was going to call this chocolate milk, and then I really liked that tag, and I felt like the layout needed something above the title. So I decided to call it Sophie Loves Chocolate Milk. And so I just backed that with some bright pink cardstock, and I put in a little apostrophe, and then I took a pink letter sticker for the S so that it says loves instead of love. And then what I did was I brought this upstairs and I gave it to my daughter to write her own name. And she's just starting. She's been writing her own name for a long time, but only recently did she start consistently writing it the right way. She used to write a mirror image of it backwards. And so I wanted to make sure I kind of documented that she's just now writing her name. She starts grade primary in September. So now I'm just going to have a look through a bunch of stickers, and a lot of these are, some of them are crepe paper, and I've got some Cosmo Cricut and a couple of others, some old Making Memory ones, and I ended up going with those crepe paper stickers. Those are just from my stash. So I'm outlining that beautiful one before I take it off. And I just, because it's going to be at two different heights, because some of it is going to be kind of overhanging the frame. So I just use some foam adhesive to pop that up. And now that, I think those stickers that I have in my hand there were from the 23 collection from Cosmo Cricut, but I don't think I ended up using them. I ended up going with all the crepe paper. They had bolder colors and I just really liked them. So I just overlapped a couple of stickers here and put a little brad in there. And I think I put another brad too. Yeah. So there's not a ton of embellishment on this one. I didn't want it to look too cluttered, and I tend to do that when I'm using a busy paper, like that floral background paper is quite busy. So, and of course that striped by Kessie Art is quite bold as well. So I really want those papers to kind of be the main embellishment focus, other than the photos, of course. So I didn't add a whole lot, just a couple of little embellishments. So then under Beautiful, I just used those letter stickers. They came in the Studio Calico kit, and I just used them to spell out the word girl. So it says Beautiful Girl. Then I took some of those sassafras butterfly stickers that also came in the kit. They're Sassafras 4 Studio Calico, and I outlined them. I really like the look of those butterfly stickers not outlined, so in my next layout that I do, that I'll be posting probably tonight or tomorrow, you'll see that I left them plain, which is unusual for me. I have to refrain. um, Yeah, so now I'm just outlining those fabric letter thickers, and they are tricky to outline because they're fabric. So the marker, doesn't it doesn't absorb the marker quite as well. So you have to kind of go over it and over it. So I really took my time with this because it's straight lines. So the font has a real graphical look. So I didn't want my lines to be as wobbly as they sometimes are. I usually don't care if my lines are wobbly. Um, So now I'm just putting some a border on that for interest, and this is my latest kind of thing that I love to do. I punch a border and then I wrap it around something instead of just putting it on, and I really like that. It's got a very subtle, it has a subtle difference. It just doesn't look all that much different, but it's just kind of interesting enough. It's just something a little bit different. So there I went upstairs and got my daughter to put her name on that tag, and then I think I outlined it. I don't know if I did that before or after. And then I just added a couple of staples to it for interest, and I made it go under the letters a little bit, just again for more interest. And then these are the offcuts from some of the stickers that I used in the lower embellishment, and I often do that. I just hang on to them because they're a good match for what's already on the layout instead of introducing a new element. And added another brad up there, and then I'm not sure what else I'm going to do. Oh yes, so then I took the Miss Caroline journaling tag, I guess, that came with the kit, and I did some journaling on it because that envelope is behind the pictures in the frame. I just decided I'd make use of that envelope. I was going to just use it for a design element, and then I thought, well, the envelope is there, I might as well journal and put a little something in there. And I used a washi tape pull-out tab, which is something that I do a lot in my project life. I just use that little washi tape thing that has the clouds and hearts. I can't remember the brand. So here's just a close-up of the layout. I really love how it turned out with that frame. I love those frames. There's something I would have never bought myself. So it's a perfect example of how having a kit can really help you use elements that you might not have ever thought of. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll be posting another couple of layouts. I have some old and some new to post this weekend, so you should be seeing a couple new ones from me. Thanks, bye.